This is what LA looks like when it's not on fire. This is what technology looks like when it hasn't advanced. And this is Jess Paul, bringing back the wrecked wigs because I am so sick of myself that I want to be a different version of me. Man, are you starting to feel the stir crazy? Because I'm starting to feel the stir crazy, and apparently so is Mark Hoppus of Blink-182. We ended the last show with Mark Hoppus saving a deer. Let's start this show with him saving our sanity. Mark Hoppus had a timely video interview with Rock Sound where they talked about his show After School Radio, where he gets to interview everyone from Tony Hawk to Gavin Rossdale of Bush. Not only that, but we got a little bit of insight to the Blink-182 single that dropped last month called Quarantine, aptly labeled crappy punk rock. I don't mean to get sentimental, but this was exactly what all of the classic Blink fans would love, and it also is so perfect for what's happening right now. It is the perfect new equivalent to the old sentiment of fuck the world, fuck everybody in charge, and I think we're all feeling it. Also riffing off Last Wrecked Radio report, another musician is telling Trump to stop using their song. Eric Burdon of the famed and esteemed Animals is issuing a statement to Donald Trump to please stop using one of their most recognizable songs. On our Last Wrecked Radio episode, the Rolling Stones made it apparent that Donald Trump did not have permission to use their song, You Can't Always Get What You Want. And this time, video captures House of the Rising Sun playing over loudspeakers as Donald Trump's Air Force One touches down in Wilmington, North Carolina for a rally. Burden tweets, even though nobody asked my permission, I wasn't surprised to learn that Trump used House of the Rising Sun for his rally the other day. A tale of sin and misery set in a brothel suits him so perfectly. Far more appropriate for this time in our history might be, we gotta get out of this place. Neil Young, the estates of Tom Petty and Leonard Cohen have also taken issue with the President of the United States using their songs for his own benefit, the latter stating, we are surprised and dismayed that the RNC would proceed knowing that the Cohen estate has specifically declined the RNC's use request. And their rather brazen attempt to politicize and exploit in such an egregious manner, Hallelujah, one of the most important songs in the Cohen song catalog. Had the RNC requested another song, You Want It Darker, for which Cohen won a posthumous Grammy in 2017, we might have considered approval of that song. I'm glad that everyone has some level of a sense of humor about all of this. In weirder news, Rihanna gets in an accident on an electric scooter. Photos of Riri with a swollen face and black eyes surfaced on September 4th. We all went, oh no, not again. And then TMZ cleared the air, telling us that the Shine Bright Like a Diamond singer actually flipped over an e-scooter and is recovering just fine. In related news, Pete Doherty of the British band The Libertines is banned from driving e-scooters again after a recent late-night excursion looking for his lost dog. Wait, banned from driving again? Maybe I don't know what an electric scooter is. Wait, when did they get seats? Enemy reports that police responded to a call after 1:30 a.m., I guess because this rock star was tearing up the town on an e-scooter, only after Doherty successfully rescued one of his huskies. Almost 1 year later, this offense was seemingly dismissed when police officers asked for a selfie and told him to stay on the pavement, even though Doherty was still technically breaking a scooter ban that I did not know existed. The magistrate proceeding over these arrangements has agreed. It's a poor exchange, a couple of selfies for some bad information. I would have broken my scooter ban for those pups too. In announcements, the Beastie Boys announced their greatest hits dropping on October 23rd. You will now be able to listen to 20 of your Beastie Boys favorites in a different order. Pre-order the CD or vinyl now. Speaking of vinyl, Dashboard Confessional has announced that his MTV Unplugged session is being pressed for vinyl. Possibly unpopular opinion here, but even though hands down defines some of my earliest adolescent dreams, if there was any act that I believe does poorly at live recordings, it's Chris Carrabba, at the very least with the singing part. Who am I kidding? Not like I do any better at 2 a.m. karaoke. Breathe in for luck, breathe in so deep, this air is blessed, you share with me, my hopes are so high that your kiss might kill me. This month, Death Cab for Cutie celebrates 15 years since the release of Plans, their first album with Atlantic Records, along with the accompanying video project called Directions. In 2004, separate directors were given complete creative control as they produced their own music video for their assigned song, with only one caveat: the band could not appear in any of them. This is the first time I'm hearing of the project myself, which gives me new reasons to cry over I Will Follow You Into the Dark and what Sarah said. Please don't bother me late tonight. I will be drowning in my own tears. In other anniversary news, man, I am killing it with the transitions today. Oasis's What's the Story Morning Glory turns 25, and Noel Gallagher is asking you to ask him questions about the legacy of the album. If you could film yourselves too, that would be most excellent. When his brother, Liam Gallagher, was asked if he would be participating, he responded, "I've not been asked. Ignition the Cowboys just want the potato." Potato? Which is fine by me because I'll answer your questions on a daily basis, don't need to make a big sing and dance about it. For a moment, I didn't understand half of that until I read on. Ignition Management, a London-based music management company, manages Oasis. I thought it was lost to British slang. Video singles and covers include Mark Hoppus and Mitchie Collins remixing Hot Milk's Candy Coated Lies. Corey Taylor of Slipknot covers Elvis Costello's Peace, Love, and Understanding. Billy Joe Armstrong of Green Day covers No Fun's Whole Wide World. After the Fall release their video for Up and Down, and The Dangerous Summer released their video for the new song Come Down. And we take off our hats to Eddie Vedder, who has joined Instagram just to teach fans how to vote by mail. Yes, the Pearl Jam singer is doing more than his part as he gives a step-by-step guide to the mail-in voting process. Eddie starts the tutorial with, "Hope you're well and hanging tough in these extraordinary times. Me, myself, I'm about to go postal." Recently on Quarantine Friday, rest in peace, I asked you what song always makes you cry. Now I want to know, what song do you put on when you want to feel nothing but happiness? Hey, selfism. Let's do a selfism. Let's make ourselves pretty in this time where I barely ever put on makeup to go and nowhere. If you don't hate my face as much as I sometimes do, you can follow me on social. Believe me, I post enough selfies on Instagram. And if you want a channel that gives you nothing you expect and everything that surprises you, go ahead and subscribe. I would be so grateful. The bell is a step further, and making sure that you are always on time for my videos. Peace, love, rock and roll, and this is my outro. My hopes are so high that your kiss might kill me.